one of my most favorite places, whole world, is a space I created for myself. And I had a woman call me the other day, and I speak to her very frequently. And she's definitely like a second mother to me. And she said, I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Are you okay? And I said, yeah, life is life and I'm enjoying it. And she was like, is there anything wrong? And I'm like, nope. Because I created my own space. And it is my favorite spot in the whole world. And that is my home. I don't want to be anywhere else. So if I was to turn off my phone and disconnect from everything, it's peaceful. It's not, I don't do other things to get away, right? And I had told my kids, because my daughter, oldest daughter, was like, she wanted her own room and she shares with her sister. And I was like, I don't have my own room, because I share with your dad. But she feels like she should have her own room. And when I told her that, I was like, I don't have my own room. She was like, yeah, you do. And it's true. Like, I focus on one of my promises to myself when we decided to find our forever home was to have my own space, do whatever with it. And that was one of the first things I did. And I love it, right? I love my husband and I love sharing space with him. But I also love having my own space, having just the time to chill with myself and nothing else. I think it's perfect. So, I would definitely encourage everyone. I mean, even if you're like, I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment and I have, a spouse or kids or whatever, find a space, you know. I think this rain is going to put me to sleep. But this is one of the best decisions I made, is putting my foot down and having the perfect space for myself. Will grow, It took me a while. Didn't do it overnight. Worked my tail off for it, but I'm reading a book now and it says that we create our own reality, right? And that is something people are saying a lot. We create our own reality. But no one is taking it serious, right? You have people that are affecting your reality, but you don't have to put up with that for long. You don't have to put up with people being mean to you. You don't have to put up with the abuse, whether you choose to. Now that's something different. And that is one thing that I had to learn. The things you put up with are your choice, right? And that's relationships. I was talking to a lady and she was talking about a relationship, and I'm like, And it was like the way she talked, I'm like, yo, why are you putting up with that? And I'm adult enough to know there's two sides to every story. And I'm adult enough to know that, you know, sometimes people come to you to vent, just to vent. But this was like a pretty bad story. And I'm like, why are you putting up with that? And the first words out of her mouth is, well, we've been together for 12 years. So, does that give, anybody the right to start treating you bad after so long? But that's the sense for most people, it's time, right? I've put in this much time, I've put in this much effort, and I want to make it better, or I don't want to feel like I wasted that time. Personally, I do believe time is man-made, right? I wonder if there's a cat out there looking at a clock going, hey, I'm supposed to go to work, and like, no. It's man-made, you accept it, but at some point, if it's not working out for you, no matter how much time you put into it, learn that lesson and move on. So one of the hardest things I had to learn was to carve space for myself 100%. Not just be the mom, not just be the wife, not just be the aunt, not just be the sister, not just be the daughter. I needed to carve space for myself and be me and not let anybody take that away from me. And I did, and I'm so happy that I did. But one thing people will learn and have learned from me really quick is that once I carve out my own space, I'm not afraid to say, this is mine. If you don't like it, you can leave. I do have people that I love very much that have left my house and not come back. Why? Because you don't get to disrupt my energy. You don't get to waste my time. You don't get to try to take my space. No, I love myself enough to protect my space, protect my time, and tell people it's not something I want. This is not a space for you to disrespect. We can have fun, but I'm not above telling people they need to get out. All right. I'm not above that. Most people are forgetting what self-love is in their life. What does self-love mean to you? And for me, it definitely means protecting my space, protecting my loved ones, protecting all of the things that I have worked hard for. And I got called materialistic for that. And, you can call me whatever, I don't care. But it's not being materialistic. It is protecting my peace of mind. I don't agree with being stressed for just anybody and just everybody. I'm not going to be stressed for you, especially if it has nothing to do with me. You don't get to come in my house and disrupt my energy. And that's just what that is. So I encourage people to find their peace, because stress kills. And I ain't dying for nobody. Old age is going to have to deal with me for a long, long time. So